Hi there. Oh, start game. Okay. So, it's the first match of season 24. Playing Seprix, my bane, my tournament bane. So, we'll see if we can get a tiny bit of revenge or something. Or maybe, you know, lose even more. That's also on the table. Oh man, first game has Enchantress. Boy, is everybody in for a treat. So, yeah, big engine stuff, wharf drawing, trashing, all that garbage, attacks. Try and get a sentry here. Uh, Probably do silver, silver. I guess you could do silver enchantress as well. Or, you could even do, excuse me, silver armory. Wouldn't be wouldn't be out of the question. Is that a phrase? I can't know. So we'll just see. We'll see what we feel like when we get to the 4. Like the armories for the walled villages are pretty nice, though. You don't necessarily have to have a huge amount, since you can get a little extra with the um, prince. With the prince, could try and attack his armory, although as second player, it's a little harder to manage. Okay, I'll go with the armory too. This doesn't look all that great, but whatever. Yeah. Probably. So we could top deck the silver here, and then we'll be for sure hitting sentry. Felt like a thing to do. No clue if it was correct. And at this point now, the sentries aren't the greatest things in the world. But he's probably gonna... Alright, here we are. There it is. That beautiful, beautiful pig. Doing everything we'd ever want pig to do. Could also skip sentry here and just play with wharves. It's not that odd either. Maybe that's putting it lightly to say that's not bad. It might have been considerably better. Did I buy a sentry? Am I just imagining things? It's turn 5. I don't know. There it is. I guess it's gonna miss. Should really discard the walled village. It's not doing anything here. Well, that was not so great. I'm not gonna get a second sentry. That doesn't seem to be doing much. Try a wharf. The menageries probably aren't going to hit. I think it's safe to say the building here has not been the best ever. Feels safe to me to say that anyway. That was the lucky sentry hit there. His deck doesn't seem to really be doing much, actually, so I don't even feel behind, although I don't feel like either of us had particularly good draws. I will buy witches now, and maybe even that last wharf should have been one, but anyway, this is still pretty good. I'll keep that, I guess. Wow, this is a lot of draw. Museum, that's the other landmark here. Nothing doing there. I don't know why I discarded that. Probably should discard both and give myself a shot at... What is my last card here? Okay. So I could get a second Enchantress this turn here. Or to kick off better, probably that's reasonable. This didn't matter. Okay. Uh-oh, we've got a bug. The walled villages were still piggies there for a little bit. I guess I could save one of the wharfs here. Or I could get more. Could do some farm landing this turn. How much money do I have? 9. Really, it could have even been a third witch. I don't actually know how I got so far ahead here. I wasn't paying very good attention to what he was doing. But it seems pretty over. This was not the best thing. That he resigns. Okay. So it's one for me. And Who started? I must have started. No, no. Well, I don't know how it counts it, but I can't ever remember which is. Okay, so I guess it's my turn to go first. I don't know what happened there. I got way ahead though. So there's a little bit of trashing. Well, there's decent trashing with Stewart. Basilica's alright. I mean, I guess the main thing you could do here is like a conspirator chain. It's not all that inspiring, but I don't really know what else you would do. So I'm going to open Poacher, Stewart, although you can also open Patrician, I guess, for the... you could go for the Basilica points pretty aggressively, which would mean focusing on Patricians, I suppose. I don't know what you would play if you're going to do not this trash down cantrip money thing. There's not really a way to say activate the tunnels. Well, Poacher eventually, but not at the start, so that's useless. And there's not any strongish big money X kind of thing. Not that there usually is, but he opens double Steward, which I'm not as interested in myself. But it's his life. I get a nice 6 there to get the Basilica points. Stewart misses, but it's not a big deal. The shuffles are tiny anyway. This will be another... This could be an Emporium. I'll have 7. Or it could just be another Conspirator. I'll probably take the Conspirator so I get the Basilica points. Could be a Poacher as well. The issue with the Poachers, of course, is that you're going to run out eventually. I don't have enough to save and get Basilica points. But maybe that's not worth it. I mean, it might just be better to save, to be honest. I'm not 100% sure there. Saving can't be bad. Let's go with this save. I think I'd rather have a little bit of increased reliability. The Conspirators are a little questionable, actually. Another one here. Since I only have... Well, I guess I have 3. I have 4 cantrips, so I have to find a couple of them. One more Poacher seems safer. He trashed faster, of course, with the double Steward, though I'm pretty okay with the rate that I've trashed at so far. He doesn't have much money. I don't think. I'll definitely... he gets a Conspirator. Okay, so he did have enough for conspirator, so he's probably in okay shape. Would love to find the steward. So don't bottom deck it. Okay, hooray. Let's see. Alright, so this time I don't have... I guess I can get 4 points. I can Emporium for Basilica and the Emporium points. That's pretty nice. The other thing to think about is a bridge. But maybe I'll think about it in a little bit. I need to do another trash, right? So I can do the bridge this turn. Pretty happy with this, the status so far. He can save. No, he didn't save. He could have saved. I don't know why he didn't save on the second conspirator there. He could have. So, but whatever. Can conspirator Emporium, double Emporium works too. Double Emporium 6 points. I mean, I don't want to fall too far behind on the conspirators, but I don't think that's a huge issue, and it's kind of nice to get the points on the Emporiums while they're here. I don't get to say, but I don't need to. They're nice with the patricians in particular. Oh, he did it? That's awful. None of these patricians are drawing, but that's okay. Okay. So seeing there would be some trouble with the poachers, which I'm gonna, I guess, make myself. But being ahead by this amount is nice. So I could just take one Emporium. Or I could double. I'm not sure exactly how much I want to build here. I probably should have done the math to figure out if I could double province this turn here, but you know, I ought to have just gone ahead and taken the 2 Emporiums, right? Because, well, that's not necessarily true. The poachers, well, in theory, the poachers can set up patricians. That's at least theoretically possible. Whether it will happen or not. Well, it's going to happen this turn, so hooray for theory. Well, it's not going to happen because I don't even have a small enough or a big enough deck for it to matter. Okay, so I don't have double province money yet, but I will now. So this should be super easy win. I have a better deck and I have more points. I guess someone could go for tunnels if they wanted to, but I'm not seeing it. Those patricians failed. I don't know why I discarded copper instead of, say, steward to start out with, but it's okay. Alright, I have, I guess, exactly the amount of money I want. It's better to save steward than province because province can be found by patrician. It's not a big deal, but this turn I may not make it to double province, but depends on if the patricians are lucky or not. But I don't have to make it to double, I just have to make it to 1. So and made it to double anyway, so that's 2. 5-2's okay. It's fine because there's like courtyard to buy and patrician and stuff, so it's not a big deal. I'll probably open salvage or courtyard. I think maybe the best opening on the board is salvage or loan. I expect that's probably the best thing here, but I can't do that, so I won't. And other than that, I think I do want a salvager, so I'll buy one. I'll probably buy a loan, I guess, if I fail to hit 5 or something. I already know there's like estates in there, right? So I don't need to put back another estate. I can buy a loan here if I want, and I do. I'm not quite ready for the city quarter, but possibly here. This will probably be double patrician. He's on the city quarters already. So far, nice draws from me. I could hit the city quarter now. Otherwise, I'm gonna not use up quite all the money. Pearl Diver is not bad either. Maybe a little premature on the city quarter there, but so I guess I can pay off the debt and I could buy another city quarter, but I'm not doing that, so I think just 1 is fine for now. I hope I have the city quarter in these 5 cards because it should draw a fair amount. Well, hopefully then it's not the bottom. It's a bummer. I guess I'm gonna flip it. Who do I get those? I wonder if I've made a mistake on my whatchamacallits ever my arenas. I did get the salvager in there with the estates, I guess, using the arena, so that's nice. That's pretty cool. Man, I cannot hit the city quarters. Get another arena, I suppose. At least I have enough to get one token out of here. Probably not ready for the third city quarter. I guess there's a question of whether we want the copper. Probably not. Can't be right. This is a nice turn, or at least a nice start. I feel ahead here. I'm not sure exactly between the trashing and stuff. He may be about to fire off. I'm not sure, but don't want that. This doesn't matter. I could top deck the patrician, right? Yeah, that's better. Well, I'm gonna flip through it all, aren't I, anyway? Could do the Emporium, but I think I like getting the Merchant Guild. The Pearl Diver. Nice for him to hit double Merchant Guild there. Oh, he's got debt, so not that nice. That's good. Unless he wants to buy coppers. Hopefully, City Quarter is one of my bottom or top cards. I guess the odds of that aren't that good, but maybe I'll get lucky. I guess it could be either of my top two or my bottom card. So that's not the lowest chances ever. It didn't work out, but so we ended up splitting that stuff. Now we're getting pretty close to being clean. The estates are gone. I didn't get enough cards in play for the Emporium to be worth anything. I could try to get triple merchant. Did I flip both the city quarter or just one? I just flipped one. So there's city quarter in these cards. Let's go ahead and get the third merchant guild. We'll see how it goes. I don't want to take the debt because I want to buy things. I'd take the debt if I have a turn where I actually play several merchant guilds. Looks like he's going to draw the deck here, but that's okay. Well, it's not okay, it's bad, but it's what it is. We can just reflex discard for arenas. So he still has a lot more treasure than me, I think, it looks like. So I'm hoping that that punishes him at least a little bit. Just draw this stuff. I probably should have been a little more careful there to check for coppers and things, but it wasn't a big deal. Now, do I want to trash a copper, or do I want to live dangerously? What are my options? I can have 3, 7, 9 versus less than that, 2 less than that. I can have $7. Well, I might trash the loan if I was going to trash something, so. I don't know, everybody buys a lot of tokens, so. Alright, this looks good. He's drawing a deck. So he can salvage stuff. Well, I'll be able to on this turn, but I suppose it's not totally crazy to. That's probably totally crazy. I was gonna say to get him a talisman, which would make the pearl diver pile out a little easier, but that's probably not worth it. It's the only thing it really does. I could have, of course, gotten a merchant guild instead of the emporium. But I didn't. So he still has more treasure than me, which, as long as he doesn't dud, means he has more money on his turns. Yeah. He's got to get a city quarter, though, right? Yeah. He has 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 5 merchant guilds, so he has 7 buys. So he can almost already end it. Though that's a lot of money if I don't take this city quarter. So you gotta think about this one. I can add a capital, which would give me a buy but not lower the piles. And of course it would give me a good ability to threaten ending it. I mean, I want to get enough gains here so that I could end it on my turn. Which right now the piles are sitting at 8. He's got essentially 4 tokens plus whatever. So it is. If I don't touch... I mean, if I leave expensive stuff... It's a little harder. Let's see, right now it would need 8, 10, 26. He would need $26 to pile. And he has 4. He would have to have $22. He doesn't have anything like that. Even with a salvage on a... I don't know what he would salvage. He wouldn't get there. If I don't take debt, I can on my turn. Of course, he'll be able to maybe double province or something, but... Okay, so what I'm thinking... I don't actually have enough money to do what I'm thinking. So maybe scratch that. I was thinking 555, but that's not possible. Man, this is not enjoyable, but I probably need to figure out how much money he actually can make. So he can play 5 merchant guilds, that's $5. He can play 6, $11 plus a salvage, which could be like 3 or 2. I get 4 or 2. 4 if he does a merchant guild, essentially. The way I was counting that stuff anyway. I don't know where that comes out. That's like, what was I at? 11 plus 4 or 2. These are like 15 or 13 or something. Anyway, not that much money, basically, is what the takeaway is. I could capital Emporium Pearl Diver. Then I would have 6 buys, which is not enough. I could double Pearl Diver, Capital Emporium. Let's try that. Then I would technically have an out. I could double Capital, of course, but that's a little scary to me. It's all a bit scary anyway because I may have botched up some of the counting here, I don't know. So I do not want to take a copper. It's all scary because you can whiff City Quarter. Well, he doesn't have a City Quarter in his starting hand, otherwise he would have just played it, I assume. So he must have drawn one with his Pearl Diver. Unless I did the math really bad, I don't think he can win, because he also would have to score points. This is not the best hand. It depends on if we find a City Quarter soon or not. The second City Quarter. If he scores points, I didn't actually give myself an out for a win. So it's not, it wasn't, I probably needed to get that capital, second capital, so that I could threaten, if I had the second capital, then I would be able to maybe do the piles. But as it is, it's not going to work. I don't have the buys. Well, I don't have the money and the buys if he scores points. Sure. I don't care if he... I don't care if you undo. If you can double province, that's not bad. If he takes an Emporium, I think I can get there. So maybe he'll take an Emporium. No. He just double provinces. I hope he does, because he's got a lot... He's got a lot of stop cards now. Well, I don't want that yet, anyway. I guess I'll top deck it in case the next lower card is a... Nope, don't want that. Okay. So I have... I guess I have the buys now, but I'm not winning anymore. So that makes it a little harder. He just has more money than he did last turn by a lot, which is not great. I really need him to dud, don't I? Yeah. Shoot. Well, I can fall on the double provinces, I guess. I just think in the end he'll win that game. Pretty sure. Well, maybe not with the maybe not with the salvager. He could easily dud though. Easily is not the right word, but he could dud. That's in the cards. I could trash my capital. Yeah, if I had two capitals now I could win, right? Or is that just too much money still? No, I could do it. If I had two capitals, I could do it. I think 8, 20, 32, yeah. But, well, it'd be 1 less 31, but that's still enough. Anyways, I failed. So, no, I think I'm just crazy all the ways. So, I can double province. I can... Maybe he'll just forget that I have the capital if I don't play it. I could very easily dud. He's got way more city quarters than I do. He ended up with more of just about all the nice things. Maybe I ought to have played to a dud here. I'm not sure exactly what that would have looked like. I'm not going to bother with it now, though. But I can believe that. If someone told me you should have played to a dud, I can believe that for sure. Well, if I draw the deck, I have quad province, I think. Maybe not. Yeah, not. I think I'm $1 short of it, maybe. Well, I think now I would have quad province, but I'm gonna dud here. So we both dudded. My dud is a little bit more exciting in the sense that it's a triple province. I think, yeah. I don't know if triple province cuts it against the pile of duchies. He's not gonna dud again. I don't think. He could. Okay, well I just win. I don't want to top deck. Doesn't really matter, but now I do want to top deck. Though, again, it didn't matter. Since I already had it in hand. I don't like the province. He should just wait until he can pile out. He's got the advantage on that stuff. He's got the advantage the longer the game goes, really. I think. It's not clear. It's actually not clear to me whose draw will be more consistent. But I had my quote dud was an exceptionally good dud, so that was a little bit of a fluke. I certainly made quite a number of errors in that build. So this is like a King's Court thing, but no buy. There's just ironworks for extra for extra vagrants. I don't know. I mean, you're gonna play it just because you don't want to take. Okay, so the alternative here would be to play like Witch Money. I don't know. I don't know what the scores were exactly for him to come back with duchies. So he might just be right. Well, I guess I'm gonna go for this King's Court thing. I don't know if it'll work or not. You're relying, I guess, on being able to gain 8 estates at the end of the game, maybe something like that. I'm playing these poachers, of course they're going to become total garbage later on, but for now they're alright. That wasn't great. I will need a silver, I think, to get to the king's court. Guess I'm gonna wait on that rat catcher. Not sure if that's right. Yeah, that's fine. I'd like to hit 7, then I'll start calling the rat catchers again. AK now. I guess I'm gonna call him and just play the witch. There should probably be a stables for him. Come on, King's Court. Alright. Here we go. This is a little bit of a bad shuffle. No, it's an okay shuffle. Never mind. Not great rats. I guess I won't call them. I don't really... This isn't really the hand to call them on. Sometime you gotta hope you find the curses, but when that occurs is not clear. Somehow I don't draw anything dead with the witch, which is super lucky. Yeah, I'll get another witch. Although I do fail to trash anything with the rat catcher, so. Thing you gotta look for now is the ironworks pile outs. Now the poachers suck. There might be a way to set up just one curse on top. I don't know if that's worth it, to be honest. I know I have stables on top now. I don't know if there's any treasure with it. Well, I guess we're not gonna... Yeah, there was. That would have been, you know, if it was a big deal match, you could stop and figure out, I guess, if you had the copper, but it didn't matter. I'm gonna get another King's Court. So this is obviously pretty bad. You may catch up a little bit here. If I'd drawn the deck, there would have been an okay chance of a pile out for me. Maybe a little better than okay. It's nice to get this trashing, but it really doesn't matter. So I mean, it's not bad to play the king. It's not worse than not playing the King's Court Witch, right? I mean, it may draw a bunch of garbage. It may draw, I mean, it may draw things I don't want it to draw, but it's not going to be worse than not playing it. And I might get a Vagrant out of it, so that's good. So I'll try it. Unless it's this exact sequence of cards, then it's not this exact sequence of cards, but that was no good. Let's put it that way. So, okay. That's going to make this one a little tougher to win. Depending on what his turns look like. He still has a bunch of curses. My last, my second witch might have been better as a Catacombs. It's scary here because the pileouts are not that hard to do. Does he have another Ironworks? He's making the piles extremely low if he's not going to finish here. Like, I would have had zero problem ending it if I hadn't drawn all my King's Courts with that witch. Masterpiece? What? What? I mean, I can almost end it just on this stuff. I mean, I can't, but you know, I almost can. Jeez, that's so confusing to buy a masterpiece there. Well, I can't exactly gain anything with my Ironworks without risking a pile out. Man, that was such a weird buy from him. I know I have Stables sitting here in the bottom. I don't know which is better, Stables or Catacombs here for this this point. I think I'll just go with the Stables. I kind of think it's Catacombs, but I don't know. Okay, well he does. But seriously, why would you buy a masterpiece? He actually had a shot at, like, if he'd got a King's Court, he had a shot at doing the Ironworks thing. And that would have been plenty of points to pass me, but anyway. Well, I'm not sure he could quite manage that, but so I'm not sure the order to play these. I'll do this now. This should pretty much do it. I just need to find one King's Court in here. Should be easy. I'm probably speaking too soon, but well, there's got to be one in here somewhere. Bottom two cards. That's an accomplishment. So I have 9. Well, I have 6 gains anyway. It's not. We got the triple poacher discard. Yeah, his masterpiece was really weird. Maybe he was totally lost anyway. I don't know. Like, why would you ever need... I mean, he already had $11 apparently, or $10 or something, so you're never going to need more than that. This has got possession nonsense. So, I'm going to pass. I guess I'm going to get bath points. And my 5 I'll probably spend on... Gee, I don't know. I could spend it on a swindler, or I could spend it on a merchant ship. Realistically, there's no buys here, so you can't really do better than just money. I mean, you can get conspirators, of course, but I don't think it's worth it. It might be worth it to have swindlers, though. Probably. The merchant ship doesn't make a huge amount of sense, I don't think. Woohoo! Got my own baths points. It's all I ever wanted and more. Could be a pretty brutal swindler board because you can give them shanty towns and they suck. So you can really feel that swindlering. The copper, of course, you don't feel all. You just don't care. Well, the first time, maybe later you care if you have any still. So you can you can trash to basically nothing. There might be a deck that's a little bit swindler proof where you buy like gear and you have a couple gears and you set aside cards each time, so your deck isn't... It takes a little... You can be buying provinces and it takes a few turns before you actually have swindler targets. I guess he got 2 silvers before. Yeah, the 5-2 is not a good one here. I don't know if I want a third. I just donate already. Not the greatest draws for me. So I'll have 4. I could keep a couple coppers. It's probably bad, but... Oh look, we've gotten half the bass. We did it. We finally did it. I even get to do it again. That's how special I am. I hope I win because of the bath points. That would be everything I wanted and more. Could just start buying provinces. Man, I sure wish I had hit his province. That would have been the best thing. Anyway. Probably Shantytown. I'm not sure. Am I just going to dive into these before I have a second gold? I think I need a second gold. Might be. What did he have? Does he have a gold? He does have a gold. So he still has province in hand. This is not sustainable though. My current amount of treasures and stuff. That's fine. I don't actually know if it's Shantytown still at this point, but that's what I'm going to go with. These are nice for me. Boy, my swindler has been a real champion. Uh-oh, now he's drawn. That was scary. I would love for these swindlers to hit provinces. That would be great. Man, this is like that one game where every swindler hit against me was just killer. Though really truly I would like to see some province hits. That would be great. I guess I'm just going for half VP. Something like that. Can bath points sometime. Again with the Shantytown. Okay. Well, I'll just keep giving them to him. I would love to hit a province, but with the swindler, I won't be able to buy a province unless I get incredibly lucky. There we go, and I get the final bit of baths. Look at that, 8 baths. Okay, so another massive engine thing. I'm gonna open Fishing Village Militia. Could be Scavenger, really. Scavenger would be okay too. But I'm gonna go with the Militia. And try and buy an altar and try and buy a wharf. That's about it. Those are my main goals. I'll buy fishing villages with anything less than 5 until they're gone. Yeah, that's about it. my buys miss the shuffle. His militia misses the shuffle. Here comes his militia. Maybe both his buys missed the shuffle as well. I didn't watch if he played one earlier. No, they didn't both miss, but he did have his militia miss, so that's almost as bad. He doesn't have a wharf yet. Okay, so I guess he maybe won the split on the fishing villages or something. I'm not sure how that went. So I could get altar, I could get trading post, and it's not clear to me actually which one is better for this board. So can always get the other one later. Like I can't actually support I mean, you can always do copper to silver later. That doesn't thin. So I'm almost preferring the trading post actually, which seems weird, but I think I'll be able to buy wharves at a good enough clip here that it won't matter. He still hasn't bought a wharf. Hireling is not bad either, to be honest. I may buy nothing here. Nope, I get enough for a wharf, so that's cool. I'm pretty solidly ahead here. The only thing he has going for him is the fishing village split. Which is not nothing, but it's not enough. So anyway, I got 6-0 here. That's nice. They're fast games. That was also nice. Pretty cool boards. So thank you for watching and listening. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.